Hi there, it's Joe Bencharski with Web Traction. I'm doing a little presentation here on social media, what and why. I realized in talking to business people and clients that a lot of people really don't have a grasp on what social media is and how to use it effectively for the business. But don't feel alone. The professionals are in the same boat. A lot of big companies are spending a lot of time doing trial and error on what works and what doesn't work in social media. The base point here is having a strategy, understanding what it is, what your goals are, and how you're going to achieve them. That's why I consult on that topic, because that's the biggest stumbling block people have. Now you'll see here I have a diagram that was created at the end of 2010 showing some of the top social media sites. Now some of these you may not qualify as social media depending on how you define it. And if you look down at the bottom, you've got Yelp, that would qualify as social media because you have people posting comments and sharing. Google, not necessarily. And Yahoo Groups. Well, Google added a social media service called Google Plus One recently, which is sort of a competition for Facebook, and it's been growing very fast. Some of these you will recognize under social networks. You've got Facebook and MySpace. You've got Micromedia. You've got Twitter. You've got blog communities. Social bookmarking, photo sharing, video sharing, music sharing, event sites. All of these, as you can see, the creator of this graphic centered around the conversation. Now, the conversation is one of several approaches to social media. The way I break it down is social media has three purposes. One, which is not social media as an end in itself, is for search engine optimization, SEO. People want to create a bigger footprint for their business and create links back to their website. So they create a LinkedIn profile and a Twitter campaign or Twitter profile and a Facebook page and an eAcademy profile or whatever you're participating in. These are not designed to be entities unto themselves or to be forums for interacting with people. They're designed to create links back to your site and give you more space on search results so that when somebody types in your business name, you get more of you. That is not a social media strategy. That is an SEO strategy. And I'd say a good 90% of people who are using social media are doing it for that purpose. It can be somewhat effective. If you Google yourself these days, one of the first page top results that comes up is LinkedIn, because LinkedIn has good authority. And if your name is recognizable and searchable on LinkedIn, it's going to come up within the top 5 for sure. Another strategy for social media is the conversation, which they're talking about here. In Unmarketing, Scott Stratton says, social media is about conversation. You shouldn't even ask about return. Does anybody ask about return on investment when they're having a conversation with a potential client? No, but you have to realize, especially solopreneurs have limited time and limited energy to engage in these. So there has to be some type of value that you're getting back on this, whether you call it return on engagement, whether you call it engaging your existing clientele. All of these go back to the strategy. You know, what are your goals? Where are you speaking? Is your audience really where you think it is? Are you just twittering to the void, or are potential clients out there listening and responding? And are your existing clients out there listening and responding? So reason number 1, SEO. Reason number 2, engagement. Reason number 3, establishing yourself as a professional. Creating social media presences and profiles is a great way to establish yourself as an expert in your field. Engaging on third-party blogs, regardless of whether you have a blog or not. Engaging in groups on LinkedIn. Engaging in conversations on Twitter. If you have a very focused approach and you know that the people you want to be talking to are listening in those forums, then those are great ways to do it on very little time. I recently did a first of a series of interviews I'm doing with Preneur World. You can find it on YouTube, called Social Media on 6 Minutes a Day for the Solopreneur. And you can do things that are very simple and very straightforward. I can set up programs for you. I can walk you through things. But the main thing is realizing this is an extension of your existing marketing strategy. It is not an answer unto itself. And all the people who says, well, you have to have a Facebook page, have a Twitter account. You don't need, you don't have. They have to have specific goals. Otherwise, they are a waste of time, really. The one thing you want to be doing is listening to the conversation, and there are tools you can use very simply that can be monitoring the web for when people are talking about you and you want to know about it. If they are having a conversation, you want to be tuned into it because they may be saying something negative that you don't like. Maybe somebody's posting negative reviews on Yelp about you. Maybe they're posting something negative on another site. Maybe Facebook is where the conversation is happening. There are tools that you can turn on and leave go that sort of do a base reputation management. You can also do a more robust program, which I can help you with. But the main thing, again, comes back to what results do you want to achieve, and are you getting them? And how do you use these very powerful tools to get what you want as a small business person? So before you go off and open all the accounts in the world and, sometimes they sit there and you don't have a blog for 6 months and people wonder if you're still in business, you'd rather not have that linked to your business. That's creating a bad reputation if you're not engaging. So rather than having it and not using it, use what you do have, but make sure it's effective. So that's our part 1 on social media and how to use it.